So again, if you've got things like coriander in the fridge, put some coriander in it. Because I'm used to doing chutneys or sashimi when I never use the blender. This is just as good. Sure, I evenly make the herb mix in with the garlic as well. And it clockwise. Bam, you're done. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Jay. Today we're gonna make our own seasoned butter, what we can use for a lot of dishes. We've got some rosemary here, as you can see. We've got parsley here, and we've got thyme, and then here that's 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic. We've got 250 gram here of salted butter. Alright guys, I've got all the ingredients back out. What you're obviously going to need for this is cling film. So that's been out for about 45 minutes now. So again, if you've got things like coriander in the fridge, put some coriander in it. If you've got lemon sitting around, put some lemon zest in it. That's things you can do. So how we're gonna start this, we've got the parsley basically sorted. Remember guys, wash all your vegetables. When I say vegetable, wash all your herbs and just place them on the side on a piece of tissue. Now like I mentioned before, I'm doing this to go on some sea bass that I've got today, because I've got a lot of herbs and I've had them for a couple of days and I don't like keeping and using a herb too long, so I'm doing this with some of them in a container. I will be putting the lid on it and I will be freezing them. Guys, the one thing about when you're doing vegetables like this, use a sharp knife. You're probably going to hear or watch a lot of videos where people use knife and you're probably going to be like, oh yeah, this, that. Use a sharp knife. If you're not going to use a sharp knife, you're just better off using a pestle and mortar, but then you're just bruising it. So for something like this, you want to use a sharp knife, so all that oil and that goodness is just still there. And if you're going to use things like a pestle and mortar, yeah, it's good, yeah, you're going to bruise it, it's going to go everywhere, but you're going to eat that the same day and it's all in a pestle and mortar and you're going to put it in your food. So that doesn't really matter. I find when I chop like this, it's a lot easier, guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to be here all day. You can get one of the herb knives, I don't know if you've seen, where you can hold it on the side and do that. But because I'm used to doing chutneys or sashimi when I never use the blender, this is just as good. And how you will know if your knife is obviously blunt or you've ruined it, if I'm doing this, you can see how the board has hardly got any of the herbs on it. Almost looks dry. You will obviously get a little bit from when you're first cutting, but look at that. Not far off. Okay, 125. With a lot of, I don't know if this one's actually got it, but normally they do have it. Okay, this butter hasn't got it. If you don't have a scale and you do want to kind of do it how I'm doing it and weighing it. When you get butter from places like Tesco and that, and you get the one in the white package, not the gold one, if you look at the packet, like this one here, sometimes you'll see it's got lines. What the line is I think it's 50. It goes in 50 grams. So I think it might have 5 lines. So you know, oh, that's 50 grams, that's 100 grams, that's 150 grams. So if you don't have a scale, but you want to kind of follow the rule of thumb how much you're using, you will notice that. So with the butter, we're gonna pop it in here. And then I'm going to use the same thing, obviously, because I'm going to put it all in here. Just so you guys kind of know, there's 125 grams of butter in there. Okay, that's about a quarter, which is 7 grams, but I'll say give or take, it was sticking 8, so I'd say it's 8 grams. So we're going to put that herb in here. Let's weigh the garlic for you guys, just in case some of you just like using weights. With the garlic, 23 grams. Alright guys, just to make this a lot quicker and easier for you, because obviously your hands are warmer, I'm going to do this in my hands to make it quicker. It's not even make it quicker, to make sure I evenly make the herb mix in with the garlic as well. What's good about it is what's left in here. It will be good if when you're making this, you're doing it on a day where you are going to use it like I am. Hence, I'm going to end up squeezing half a lemon in here and using the remainder of the butter and the herb and everything for the sea bass. So I'm going to squeeze that in there and marinate the sea bass in here actually. So we want to get all the clogs out to make sure like that where it mixes in. So you see you're going to have bits like this. That's why you got to let it go to room temperature, because you want all of this to mix in properly. So you want to do this. What I'm doing here, put all together in a bowl like this, and then just squeeze it all out. Yep, like that. You see that, guys? Now if you don't have cling film, or I don't know, you can't be bothered, or maybe you've got pots like these like mine, and you got a scale and you want to weigh things equally and put like, I don't know, 20 grams in each one, so you know what you're putting in, do that. But what I'm going to do, and I'll show you what we're going to do now. We're going to get some cling film. Guys, trust me, after doing this you're going to be like, oh bloody hell, you just cut down my cooking time by 15 minutes every day, because I've got to look for this veg, look for this herb, do this, do that. Because if you want, you can do simple things like put garlic powder in here. You can put paprika in here and everything, because at the end of the day it's gonna be your recipe and your seasoning. Yeah, so how you're gonna basically want to do this, you're gonna want to do it as if you're making, I don't know, a handmade sausage. That's really what it is. You're gonna want it round like this. Now obviously I've been handling it, so it is gonna be a little bit on the melting side, as you can see. But just to show you what you're gonna have, is you're gonna have this. I'm going to put this in my food tonight. I'm going to just take that. Then I've got this. Perfect. This has been in the fridge for about 20 minutes. I just thought I'll do it for the video rather than waiting a couple of hours so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about rather than not seeing it and just taking my word for it. Perfect. Stick it in the fridge. When you want to use it, simply just unwrap it, open it up. That butter will be in one of those packs. Cut a piece off, you finish with it, just roll it back up, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. Bam, you're done. Tiny bit of ginger, well, when I say tiny bit, a nice bit of ginger, which we're going to put on here.